So I've seen thousands of approaches on my end and many other approaches from other guys, and the best reactions I've gotten were from the most beautiful women. Hey guys, Hector Castillo Poppy from girlschase.com. Today I want to talk about how the hottest women, the most beautiful women, are the most open to meeting you during the day. This may sound absurd to some of you, and you think, okay, well, the hotter the girl and the more beautiful the girl, the harder she is to get. There is some truth in that she's more picky, and she's going to be more scrutinizing of who she lets into her life because she has abundance. Usually when someone has abundance, they can afford to be more picky, and women already are kind of picky as a, let's say, an evolutionary motivation to be more picky because, you know, there's long-term consequences to getting pregnant, I've went over this 1,000 times in different videos. It's not the only thing, of course, influencing their decisions, but it is one part. But in my experience, day game has the best potential to get the hottest girls because it's a pure interaction, because there's no outside influences like friends or other guys at the club. Only your pictures are your main thing on online dating, reputation in social circle, you know, reputation in HR and fucking work environment. It's a pure one-to-one connection. But also, approaching a girl during the day, it's not weird, as long as you don't do it in a weird way. But in and of itself, it's not weird. It's just uncommon. And the most beautiful women, usually, everyone has insecurities and fears, of course, I get it. But for the most part, the more beautiful she is and the hotter she is, usually she's gonna have a little bit more confidence. In my experience, the most beautiful, put together women are the most confident women. So when you do something that's uncommon, like approaching a girl in public during the day, which doesn't happen a lot, there's a lot of leering and maybe there's catcalling, but actual genuine, sincere approaching is not common at all. When a woman who is beautiful and confident has that happen, she's gonna be much more open to it because she has the confidence to kind of, boom, deal with it in the moment. And she's going to appreciate it even more because she's really hot. Maybe she'll get approached in the club or swiped right on Tinder, you know, and all the guys in her social circle like her. But the man who's willing to walk up during the day and talk to her, that's for her. And her experience in seeing men who have hit on her and tried with her is so much more endearing and appealing because it says so much about the man who was willing to do that. And just purely, not just intellectually, you know, logically kind of dissecting this, in my experience, the best reactions have been from beautiful women. Even if they were a rejection, or even if it was like a soft rejection, like I could tell she was interested, but she had a boyfriend or she had a husband. They were the most open to it, and they were the most kind and gracious with their responses. And the most hardcore rejections usually didn't come from beautiful women. Honestly, in my experience, the most hardcore rejections come from girls who are either somewhere in their life and they're in a bad mood, you know, they got something going on, or the women who are hot but not beautiful. It's an interesting observation that women who are hot but not beautiful tend to be very vicious with their rejections. And my hypothesis for why this is that these women maybe didn't get a lot of male attention up until, you know, they started hitting puberty and started, you know, getting tits or ass or, you know, kind of came into their own. But because of their lack of attention, they started to get a little bit of resentment. People, of course, build up bitterness and resentment from rejection. It happens to almost everyone. But more so when they do hit that puberty stage and they start to, you know, get sexy and hot, maybe they start getting better with makeup and fashion and knowing how to be seductive. They still hold on to some of that bitterness, but more so, they're getting attention from guys, but they're getting only sexual attention. So these are the girls who say, you know, men only want me for my body. Or, you know, guys will want to fuck them, but not date them and get serious with them. Most of the girls that's happening to are the girls who are hot, but not necessarily beautiful. The kind of girls that guys want to settle down and marry with. So beautiful women are going to be much more gracious because they just have a generally healthier attitude towards men. Not all, but as a rule, I would say that the more beautiful the girl, usually the nicer and more confident she is. And because the more confidence she has, the better of a relationship she'll have with men, because usually she's been treated pretty well by men. Not perfectly, you know, breakups, heartbreaks, cheating, you know, rejection. Of course, everyone encounters these things. But on a spectrum, they're much more on the side of kind and gracious and confident. And so women who are beautiful are gonna appreciate your approach even more, not only because of those things, but again, because who the man is that's willing to do it during the day. And furthermore, one last thing. From what I've seen, when you see a woman who really makes you feel some sort of way, like butterflies in your stomach, a little bit of nervousness, not just the approach anxiety, but her, like you start to get jittery, like, you know, your heart starts fucking palpitating, you feel warm, like that really love at first sight kind of thing. When you feel that for a beautiful woman, a vast majority of the time, I would be very confident to say she's gonna react well and may even like you in response. Almost all of the women who I have been very attracted to, like not just, you know, nice ass or oh, she's pretty or she's hot, but like viscerally attracted to, those approaches have gone well. They didn't always turn into a date or, you know, us hooking up or us getting together, but the interaction itself went really well. And that goes really far to give you more confidence when approaching women, knowing that this beautiful girl smiled and said thank you and had a nice 5-minute conversation with you. And you've never had anything like that in your life. But because you were willing to go do it and approach her, and you did it in a cool way, and in a way that made her feel comfortable, and you had genuine conversation and you approached her in a cool way, she's gonna react in a much, much better way, in my experience. And seeing guys who maybe didn't have as much experience as me, but they were willing to go do it, they've also had really great interactions with the most beautiful women. So I've seen thousands of approaches on my end and many other approaches from other guys, and the best reactions I've gotten were from the most beautiful women. So hot girls, really hot girls, I don't mean it just in the hot but not face and they're all bitter kind of thing that I went into earlier, but like really hot girls and really beautiful girls, they're gonna react the best to day game. So day game is the best way to meet the hottest, most beautiful women. So if you want to get good at day game, you want a really simplified, clear, easy to adapt and easy to learn approach to approaching women out in public during the day, I have a course for you. It's called Meet Girls Everywhere. If you sign up, there's a link below, the first link in this description. You'll get signed up for the newsletter and you'll get free content only available during this time leading up to the launch of Meet Girls Everywhere. Sign up. And then on July 17th, the course will release for only 4 days. And now this is July 17th. This is the middle of summer. This is the best time to be approaching girls. We're getting out of quarantine. People are feeling social, feeling horny, have been longing for social, sexual, romantic interactions, and this is the best time to do it. So I highly suggest that you pick it up on July 17th. Meet Girls Everywhere, and you'll learn how to recognize signs of attraction. You'll know when to approach certain girls, when not to approach certain girls, how to walk up to them, what to say next. Learn how to not forget what to say next, or not even not forget, because there's no lines. Like I'll just give you a couple like questions to ask her. Then you build genuine conversation from those basic questions. There's no Jedi mind tricks, there's no snake oil, say this and our painters are gonna drop bullshit. Like it's just genuine conversation between two human beings, but you have a process in mind and you have a mentality and an energy that's carrying you into that interaction, coming from a guy who's done thousands and thousands of approaches and taught hundreds of guys how to do the same thing. And you're gonna have a great time. And the more beautiful girls you approach, the better reactions and better experiences that you're gonna have, I can guarantee that. So check out Meet Girls Everywhere on July 17th and sign up with your email below for the newsletter and get free content all along the way. I hope you enjoyed the video. Go approach those beautiful women, go approach those hot women and have great interactions and possibly hookups, dates, girlfriends, and possibly the next, you know, your wife, your next wife. I guess if you've been divorced, you know, your next wife, wife number 2. Hopefully it's better this time. But yeah, a wife, mother of your children, whatever. The experiences are waiting for you and the only thing you have to do is go out and actually fucking do it. So I hope you do. Check out Meet Girls Everywhere on July 17th. Hector Castillo, Poppy from girlschase.com. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and check out Meet Girls Everywhere. I'll see you very soon. Ciao.